The champions Western United broke a winning drought in Newcastle last week and returned home to Ballarat to face a Perth Glory side that has never tasted success over the green and black east of the Nullarbor. The Glory themselves 5 games without a win. It is desperation stakes as 11th hosts 10th, and 3 points will be a precious commodity in the gold rush town of Ballarat. As the Isuzu Ute A-League men's competition continues, James Troisi was heavily involved in the goals in the Hunter last week. He's been crucial whenever Western United have tasted success this season. All on the line for both teams at the wrong end of the Isuzu Ute A-League ladder as the ball goes out on the eastern touchline. It gives me an opportunity to say good afternoon to Phil Moss.
Good afternoon, Glenn. Great to be alongside you for this one, and crucial for Western United today. Can they go back-to-back? They really set a good platform last week for that win in Newcastle, but if they don't back it up this week, it's all for what? Whereas Perth Glory, they've really got to get that monkey off their back around those away results, and if they can do that, pick up points on the road and start picking up more points at home, then they could make a run as well.
An early touch for Ben Garuccio, sending it all the way back to Jamie Young. Of course, Ben Garuccio hasn't played since early January when he picked up that calf injury against Melbourne City. He was on the bench last week against Newcastle, but unused. And as I've said in pre-game, Mossy, it gives Josh Risdon an opportunity to move to the right, where we've seen Jacob Trapp play a lot of football this season. Are you happy with having the experience of those two players on each flank at the back?
Yeah, absolutely. No doubt about it. Josh Risdon's been fantastic.
Oh, chance here for David Williams, who gets through a couple, and Jamie Young, the man who's made more saves in the A-League this season than anyone else, comes up big again.
Well, that's exactly what I'm talking about with Jamie Young. His reactions, his reflexes are absolutely second to none in this A-League men's competition. That's a brilliant save at the near post, I should say. He had to be so sharp.
So Bodic gets away from Elsey, tries to find a ball into the middle of the park. Wales can't get there. Connor Payne's bombing forward, but Salim Khalifi gets in the way, and he'll concede a corner. Opportunities at both ends, and it's a wonderful save as David Williams was just allowed to mosey through there.
Yeah, here's a chance just here. Not dealt with by Western United at all. Davey Williams, he's got a very tight angle. And Jamie Young should, of course, be protecting that near post as he did, but it's a great chance for Perth Glory nonetheless.
It was a good ball in behind by Keegan Jelicic in the end, and Imai had to quickly turn and chase. And just a word back on Noah Bodic as well, of course. When he was in Europe, a lot of clubs were circling, and he actually said that he chose Western United because of John Aloisi being there, and that obviously wonderfully rich striking history that John Aloisi has. So pretty good mentor, certainly the flavour of the week from a media point of view, Mossy, but as a coach, it's important to keep a lid on young players as they continue to develop.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Johnny's done the smart thing there this week with Noah Bodic, because it can become a real distraction for young players. And I think just having the advice of Johnny around him, and also Diamanti, Prijovic, you know, Noah Bodic should be an absolute sponge around those guys, just picking their brain about what it takes to really be a professional footballer and a striker at the top level.
Well, he's going about it the right way, that's for sure. Alexander Prijovic missed last week's game against Newcastle with that minor knee injury. And takes his place back on the bench this afternoon, but if Noah Bodic keeps producing, then he'll have to continue to bide his time on the pine.
You can bet your bottom dollar as a senior pro, he won't be giving Bodic an easy ride. He'll be trying to teach him, of course, show him the ropes, but he'll want his spot back.
It's the 32-year-old veteran. Won't be giving him an inch on the training paddock, that's for sure. Perth Glory shows some impressive one-touch to move the ball around, but they found Salim Khalifi under pressure on the right-hand side, so end up going all the way back to Elsey. And then just tries to start towards Khalifi again, and they force the throw out of Ben Garuccio. Quickly taken, and the switch is on from Amini to find David Williams. Risdon's header isn't clinical enough, and David Williams with a venomous strike. Jamie Young may have had it covered, But if that was heading to the top corner, it was oh so close for Williams.
Yeah, I think the long pass from Amini just got caught up in that breeze that Zappers was talking about. Risdon just misreads the flight of the ball, and then Davey Williams sums it up perfectly and thought, you know, there's no need to pass this. I'm just going for the target. Almost gets his technique spot on.
The in-swinger holds up in the breeze again. And at the back post is Jordan Elsey. Jamie Young can only deal with it somewhat. It falls back in the path of Elsey. And would you believe it? Jordan Elsey with his second goal of the season. The wind played its part again, and the Glory lead 1-0.
Well, for the second time this afternoon, Jordan Elsey goes into the book. This time it's for all the right reasons. As we see on the Harvey Norman replay, the marking from Western United was poor for Elsey to get the first contact on the ball, and then look at that for a centre-back's half volley. Thank you very much. He knows how to score goals. Look at this. What a sweet strike from Jordan Elsey.
Well, Jamie Young pours it straight back into the path of the oncoming Adam Taggart, so Josh Risdon has to clear it as best as he can, but it falls straight into the path of Jordan Elsey. And once again, Jack Clisby from the corner have won 4 of their 8 games this season when scoring first. Western United, after conceding first on 9 occasions, have only gone on to win 1 of those. Connor Payne plays the low ball in for Lachie Wales. It's dealt with, but it falls back with James Troisi. Skips past Johnny Katrumbas. Almost with the immediate reply was James Troisi, but he blasts it into the side netting.
Well, so close to being brilliant by James Troisi. He took the defence on of Perth Glory single-handedly. As you can see here, just took his time, sized up the situation, didn't really have anything else to hit. Noah Bodic was lurking. It would have been a precise ball to find his feet.
Well, he started the once this season as Diamante, and his minutes have been limited. Hasn't played more than half an hour since 30th of December. So he's got 50-odd minutes in him this afternoon as Connor Payne goes on a mazy run through the middle of the park. Aaron McInneff tries to catch up with him, but he maintains it for Ben Garuccio. And Garuccio once again slams one for Western United into the side netting. Connor Payne, wonderful run.
Well, I'd have to see that again to look at Garuccio's eyes to know whether he was trying to be cheeky then and catch Cameron Cook out at his near post, or whether it's a cross gone wrong. But this is a great driving run by Connor Payne. Plays in Garuccio, and I think he spotted the run of Lachie Wales there, and he's trying to play him in with a very, very firm pass and just gets it wrong. Great opportunity for Western United. Great run, Connor Payne.
Well, that would have been a huge chance for Ben Garuccio. It looks like he just opened the face a little. Diamante now looks to have an immediate impact. Payne leaves it for Bodic, and Noah Bodic from long range. Too many white shirts in his path. Risdon, they want it at the back stick. Connor Payne's there, and Johnny Katrumbas has to be on the ball to head it over the bar for a corner.
Well, that's brilliant from Western United, and brilliant from Johnny Katrumbas as well, because he had Noah Bodic breathing down his neck for a tap in there. Had Connor Payne's ball found the young striker. Great ball by Risdon. Uses the wind brilliantly there to just hang it up. Connor Payne does exactly the right thing, and Katrumbas had to be alert.
Excellent stuff from Connor Payne to get there before the byline. Here's Kilkenny's delivery, and it's turned in. Is it Tungo Doumbia, or will it be an own goal? Doumbia's claiming it, and if it is, it's 2 goals in 2 games for the Malian international, and it comes off a wonderful ball in from Neil Kilkenny, and off the back of good build-up play from Western. It's 1-1.
Well, the recriminations for the Perth Glory defending can wait. This is a wonderful delivery from Kilkenny on the Harvey Norman replay, and Doumbia is there with what looks like a very clean header. We'll see it from this angle here. That's a very good header, but not enough strength shown by Johnny Katrumbas. He was brilliant just moments earlier, but he'll be disappointed with that. He didn't muscle up against Doumbia, In those situations, you have to win that physical battle.
So it looks as though both sides will head into the sheds at Mars Stadium with honours even. It's been a really exciting first half of football for the neutrals.
Oh, it's been fantastic, but for some clinical final passes, we could have had a few more goals. But honours even, and probably rightly so as well, on the balance of power.
Both teams have enjoyed periods of dominance. Yeah, an arm wrestle is a fairly apt description as maybe one final opportunity for Lachie Wales. It heads towards the back post. Noah Bodic is waiting for it. And would you believe it? Noah Bodic with his third goal in 2 weeks. It's a wonderful finish at the back post. And it will mean that Western United go into the break with the lead, 2-1.
Well, make no mistake, you are seeing a star on the rise. Noah Bodic, tip your lid, son, because this is a brilliant finish on the Harvey Norman replay. Look how calm he remains to take it on his chest. He's given far too much space. Credit to Lachie Wales for this delivery. Again, uses a wing, but look at that. First touch, immaculate to set him up for the volley. Second touch, absolutely clinical. And you just wonder if his celebration there, Bodic pointing to his brain, is just a little message to everyone that don't you worry, I'm focused, and I'll remain that way. Outstanding goal.
John Aloisi, look, he's pointing towards John Aloisi on the bench as well, or his eyes towards the bench, just telling John Aloisi, I'm keeping my head. You're right, Mossy, but the composure to bring that down off the chest and finish was outstanding. John Katrumbis was probably just a little bit too far off. And John Aloisi, after seeing his side go down a goal through this man, Jordan Elsey, head into the break with the advantage. And it's thanks to Tongo Doumbia's bullet header. And the goal scorers against Newcastle are combining again. Doumbia and Noah Bodic, both on the score sheet. It means that at half-time, Western United with the advantage. They lead Perth Glory 2-1. A big 45 minutes coming up at Mars Stadium in Ballarat, with two sides looking to keep alive their slim finals hopes, both sitting at the wrong end of the ladder. Phil Moss, how do you see it playing out after what was a frenetic finish to the first half?
Well, it's the best time to score and the worst time to concede, right on the stroke of half-time. So that will certainly give Western United a lot of confidence. Ruben Zadkovic will be absolutely filthy that his team switched off that late in the first half. But it was such a swift movement from Diamante into Wales, into Bodic, and then the finish, the composure, absolutely outstanding.
Obviously, Noah Bodic has started the last couple of games on his own up front as Connor Payne makes an incisive run here, looks to get onto his right foot as well. Traditionally left footer. And Kilkenny dinks this one easily enough for Cameron Cook. Yeah, Noah Bodic, of course, Ben Garuccio has started today, but he wasn't there last week. And, you know, in terms of those main positions through the centre of the park, they've been fairly consistent. And they're continuing to get the job done this afternoon with Diamante coming on in place of James Troisi.
Yeah, that's right. But I go back to it. You know, the form of Leo Lacroix, the form of Jamie Young, particularly Lacroix, because he hasn't been the same player this season as we saw last season. The last few weeks, I've seen him start to re-emerge, and I think that's critical because that will give so much more confidence to those around him. But there's a platform there that they can go on and actually win games or defend leads. So critical.
I don't want to put the commentator's curse on him as we watch Keegan Jelicic head towards the byline here and take on Neil Kilkenny. Sits up out the back for David Williams. Takes his time to bring it down though. Deflected shot, and now Taggart cleared away by Connor Payne. Now, I don't want to put the mock on Leo Lacroix, but in the last two games, I can't remember him losing a defensive header. He's been an absolute rock, both against Newcastle and again this afternoon, as Khalifi links up with Taggart. Nice little 1-2. Here's Salim Khalifi to level it for Perth Glory off the post. So close, and now Clisby with the follow-up. A rocket denied by Jamie Young. And look at the Western United players celebrate. So close for Perth. and well dealt with by the home side.
And look at the adrenaline running through the veins of Jamie Young, deservedly so. Here's Khalifi, gets a little bit of luck. Not there though, he hits the woodwork, flush. And then it falls to Davey Williams, who can't bring it under, but Jack Clisby with that sweet left foot absolutely leathers that. And Jamie Young getting those big gloves behind it to keep his team safe.
Macca has won both of his aerial duels this afternoon. And 95% passing as well, so his distribution is immaculate. Beavers can't prevent the corner.
What a battle that was between Diamanti and Beavers.
And so Diamanti to take again. The veteran Italian in his final season of professional football. Lacroix, we were talking about him at one end, almost at the other end. The header just wide.
Great delivery, Diamanti. Good little run to that near post area from Lacroix. Look at that, it's just a darting run in front of Elsie. But again, with players like that, there's defenders that need to block the run, because once Lacroix, with his size, gets a run on a defender towards the ball, he's always going to be favourite to get something on it.
Very close to another one there. All three of his A-League goals coming in successive games last season against Newcastle and Melbourne City. Connor Payne takes on Katrumbis. Gets a deflection, and then Mark Beavers comes over the top to win the header. Lockie Wales takes it towards the edge of the area. Here's Diamanti on his left foot. Alessandro Diamanti! Cameron Cook could only watch on as it sailed past the far post.
He didn't look really comfortable after it, Diamanti, but he looked very comfortable with the ball at his feet. Look at this, just awareness of where the space is. He even shifted the ball behind him there. Still gets enough whip on the ball to cause a little bit of angst in that Perth Glory defence.
Macca maintains possession. Western will have to be solid defensively through the final 10 minutes or so. Here's Anthony Burke. Takes on Garuccio. I beg your pardon, Steve Lustica. No, it was Garuccio. They've been out for so long. Ben Garuccio's put in a big shift this afternoon in his first game back since the 7th of January. And now Clisby will look to whip this one in. Dealt with by the Western United defence. Jelicic on the edge of the area, skips away. Still going is Jelicic. Williams tries to turn and shoot. Zimmerino, I beg your pardon. Plenty of bodies in there. On it goes. Jelicic ends up with it again. Trying to get away from Risdon. Diamanti wins the ball, says Jonathan Barrero. And now Western can break. Risdon bombing up the right channel. Waits for it, picks his pass. Lockie Wales tries to find Prijovic in the middle, but it's good defending in the end by Zach Duncan, getting back to help out. But it is a Western corner.
Crucial intervention there by Jack Duncan, because that was wonderful play down the right-hand side. Zach Duncan, I beg your pardon, Jack Duncan's a goalkeeper, of course. But some wonderful interchange down the right-hand side between Risdon and Lockie Wales, that man there, and he whipped it into a good area. Duncan really had to be alert and deal with the danger as he did.
It'd be a nightmare playing Perth Glory Newcastle, wouldn't it? Zach Duncan up against Jack Duncan as Alessandro Diamanti whips one towards the back post. And David Williams gets back to help out defensively. A really good header. And Leo Lacroix is happy to scramble that one away with Davey Williams bearing down his throat. He's gone from one end to the other there, David Williams.
He has got through a mountain of work today, David Williams, for his Perth Glory side.
Now, here Western come as they look to put it to bed. Prijovic dinks it over the top, but Cameron Cook can pluck that one out of the air gratefully. In a tough afternoon for Cameron Cook.
Perth really need to up the tempo here now for these last couple of minutes and just throw everything the kitchen sink at Western United to try and find that equaliser. One big chance is all they need.
Western sitting deep, allowing Jelicic in. McInnes for Clisby. Feeds it for Gio Colli, has two on him. Wales gets involved as well. And Risdon anywhere will do at this stage. As Western United look to hold on. Cameron Cook will push higher. Perth throwing everything at Western here. Long ball for Elsey is way too long. And Jamie Young, with Zimmerino bombing forward, is forced to pick it up. I'm sure he would have loved to have put his foot on the ball there, Jamie Young, and slowed things down. But Adam Zimmerino ensuring that the keeper would have to get the ball back into play quickly.
I thought he might have let the ball run out for a goal kick. He didn't. Experienced Gloveman.
Well, Diamante playing over the top of Mark Beavers there and wins the free kick. Mark Beavers can't believe it. But Jonathan Barrero ruling that he played the ball off the ground, which of course you can't do. Whether he did or not remains to be seen. But as it is, less than a minute for Western to hold on.
And that might just be that. If Western can manage this minute.
Now, Anthony Burke has gone to ground. Back play, Diamante tries to find Prijovic at the back post. Can't get his header on target. And you wonder whether Anthony Burke might have just felt something twinge there as he was trying to chase Diamante back, or whether there was something untoward in back play. Looked as though Burke just went down with injury. He's looking to recover here, but he's limping away. But there won't be too much time for any more here. Cameron Cook with a ball at his feet. Jonathan Barrero with a look at the watch and the whistle to the mouth. It's Western United for just the second time this season, making it back-to-back victories. A win in Ballarat, Tongo Doumbia, and then Noah Botic with two late goals in the first half, cancelling out Jordan Elsey's opener for Perth Glory. Western United celebrate. The champions are back. Western United 2, Perth Glory 1.